If I showed you these two capes and asked you to tell me which one the OptiFine cape was, you'd probably pick the one on the left. And while you technically would be correct, these are actually both OptiFine capes. You'd probably think I'm lying, right? You're only supposed to be able to choose between the basic OptiFine design and a custom banner. But this isn't always the case, and some players have actually acquired their own unique OptiFine capes. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you everyone who has one of these capes and how they actually got them. Like and subscribe for more, and let's just hop right into it. OptiFine has been around for a very long time, and while some players look at it for the FPS boost, most players look at it for the capes, and you might even have one yourself. But like I said in the intro, some players have gotten their own unique OptiFine capes, 9 to be exact, and in no particular order, these are the players with them. JCKT is the first one I'm going to be talking about, and their cape features a reddish brown background with 2 curly brackets on it. This is a pretty clean cape, and to my knowledge, they chose this design because it reflects their love for technology and the programming side of it. But next up on the list, we have the user EskiMojo14, and their cape has been changed a few times. EskiMojo first received their personalized OptiFine cape sometime in 2019, and the cape featured his name, as well as the BDcraft logo, and sometime shortly after, his name was removed from the cape, now only showing the BDcraft logo. And if we look at it nowadays, it appears that EskiMojo14's cape now has some fur-looking texture at the top of it, which adds a nice touch. FileFolder3 is the next player on the list, and their cape, similar to their skin, is a green and white graph. There's not much to say about this one, but I think that the skin and cape combo go pretty well together. The real Oaken is up next, and similar to EskiMojo's cape, this is another high definition one, which also features the BDcraft logo alongside Oaken's username at the top, followed by an orange background. Anyway, Jingy is the next cape I'm going to be talking about, and their cape is featuring a blue background with an awesome looking snow design on it. And personally, I think this is the best of them all. And speaking of personal favorites, let me know in the comments which one of these capes are your favorite. But ZenW is another person with their own unique cape, and their cape features what appears to be an envelope or a snow block with a crown on top of it, on a purple and pink background. Kyria Burb is the next cape I'm going to be talking about, and their cape is a pretty simple one, which features a transgender flag design. And last but not least, we have IrisJS, with a similar snowblock or envelope design as ZenW, but just on a blue background instead of the pink or purple one. Originally, this cape belonged to a user by the name of KaiAF, and has also been on the account Fluffyon, but now, it sits with the user I mentioned before, IrisJS. I don't know exactly why this cape has been passed around on multiple accounts, and to be honest, your guess is as good as mine. But anyway, those were all of the personalized capes as they stand. Now, I know I said that there were 9 players with their own capes, and if you count everyone I just listed, you'd only count 8 of them. You might be asking why this is, and the reasoning for that is because the 9th cape actually belonged to a user by the name of Real Retrobot. Retrobot's cape featured a yellow heart on, similar to JCKT's cape, a reddish brown background. You might be thinking, why isn't this cape being mentioned with the others? Real Retrobot still has this cape, right? Well, that's where you'd be wrong. Sometime in 2021, it's believed that Retrobot's account was hacked, and shortly after realizing this, Retrobot supposedly transferred his cape to an alt account, Fake Retrobot. But whenever you look at said alt account, it clearly just shows the normal OptiFine cape, and his personalized cape is nowhere in sight. There's also been a screenshot of the cape on another one of Retrobot's accounts, GibMycon, but if you look at the name MC, once again, Retro's cape is nowhere to be seen. Does Real Retrobot's cape even exist anymore? I honestly couldn't tell you, and your guess is once again as good as mine. But with the designs out of the way, let's move on to the second question you guys might have. Why did these players receive these capes? And the answer to this is quite simple. All of these players follow a common trend, and that is that they've helped out with something OptiFine related. For example, EskiMojo14 messaged the founder of OptiFine, SP614X, asking the possibility of high definition capes, and told SP that he'd be willing to let him test cape endpoints on his account. And since Eski had been working with BDcraft and had also previously made this cape, he sent it to SP, the cape was applied, and there was no reason for SP not to let Eski keep his cape. With that out of the way though, you're probably also very curious on whether you'd be able to score one of these personalized capes for yourself. And my answer to that is probably not. Players have tried buying these capes from the holders, but as to be expected, were denied. After they were denied the right of buying these capes from the players, there was an exploit discovered, and this was quite possibly the easiest exploit there was. It was as simple as inspect elementing the page and just changing the cape file to the player's name, which granted them the cape. This method was sold around the community and soon made its way to someone who sent it to JCKT, which sent it to SP, where it later got patched. In conclusion though, I think these unique capes add a whole new aspect to OptiFine, and similar to Mojang giving players their own official capes for doing things, as seen with users such as Billy K for coming up with the turtle, OptiFine is doing the exact same thing, which is awesome to see. While all of these players do have their own capes though, this doesn't mean that you should go and bug SP for your own, as all of these players have done something to earn these capes for themselves. And over the past couple of years, SP has made it very clear that he wouldn't be handing out any more of these capes, and anyone else who asked for such would simply just be ignored. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you did at all enjoy this video, or you do just want to support the channel, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And with all of that out of the way, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one.